What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're going to talk more about Jedi Fallen Order from Respawn. Now, we got to see the gameplay today. I did a reaction. I did a live reaction of the gameplay as we saw it unfold, and now I've had more time to think about it and look into it, and obviously I loved what I saw today from the gameplay, and I've been anticipating this game because I'm a big fan of Respawn. I love Respawn. I love Titanfall 1. I love Titanfall 2. I have nothing but faith in Respawn. I do not like EA, so I want to put that out there. I don't like EA, but I do love Respawn. The reason I love Respawn, and I've talked about this, big fan of Titanfall 1. I loved it from the day it came out. And Titanfall 2, when we got the beta for Titanfall 2, it was awful. And I was really disappointed in that, and it was really close to the release date at that time. It didn't feel like Titanfall. It didn't resemble Titanfall. It felt like Call of Duty, and they took all of the personality of Titanfall out of it. I gave up on the game. The game released. People called me. They said, you need to get it. They fixed it. I couldn't believe they fixed it. I didn't think they could fix it, and Respawn fixed it because they heard from the criticisms from the community when they released that beta. I mean, people were mad, and they went to work, and they fixed it. And Titanfall 2 turned out to be one of my favorite games ever. The campaign was great. The online is great. The mechanics are great. Love Titanfall. So, knowing that they are working on a Star Wars video game was definitely exciting to me. Now, we find out that this takes place post-Revenge of the Sith, which is a huge plus for me because I love that era, and so I'm really happy about that. So we got to see the gameplay. This is a still shot of, it almost looks like the traitor from The Force Awakens, but so we have a scout trooper here, we have a stormtrooper in the background firing, and I can't remember, Cal, is that his name? The Jedi. I love this gameplay. I loved it. Now, this was alpha, so you have to understand the graphics are not going to be as sharp as they will be for the final product, but I think everything looked great. It was all on Kashyyyk, so we didn't get to see many environments outside of Kashyyyk, which I wish we would have gotten a few more shots of other planets that we were going to be visiting, but that's a small nitpick. We got to see uncut, unedited gameplay, and it reminded me of Uncharted. It reminded me of God of War. It reminded me of Jedi Academy, The Force Unleashed. And then obviously you had some wall running aspect in there that was right out of Titanfall. None of that is a bad thing. Those are all phenomenal games, and if you can put pieces, all of those pieces, if you can put all of those pieces from all those games and make one great Star Wars game, I'm 100% on board with that. So based on everything we've seen, based on the fact that Respawn is working on it, I am all in on this game at this point. That doesn't mean it's going to be great. It doesn't mean it's a home run. It absolutely does not. And I understand. Now, there's a lot of people that are going to be mad because EA's involved. Microtransactions, all of that stuff. I don't really care much about microtransactions. I understand that a lot of people do, and I am totally fine if you don't want to touch it because it's EA and microtransactions and that bothers you. I totally understand that. So I am 100% in right now. Now, it's a cautiously 100% in because I'm still not, I don't know. I don't know a lot of where we're going with this, but based on what I saw, the only criticism I had is, it's not a major criticism, but the gameplay didn't look as fluid as like a God of War or an Arkham Knight or, an Uncharted. It's the same type of gameplay, but it didn't look as smooth and fluid. Now, it is the alpha, so you have to keep that in consideration, and it did look like a little clunky on the gameplay, but again, that's just from a visual standpoint. I don't know if it's going to play clunky. I don't know if it's going to feel like that. Hopefully, it'll feel a lot smoother like Uncharted and God of War. But everything I saw, I loved. I loved the seeing him use the Force, seeing him pull people in, stab them with a lightsaber. You got your little droid. It's got the sound, the feel. We're on Kashyyyk. Everything looked good to me at this point. I have no negatives. It's not a grand slam, but it's definitely a home run today for the footage that we got, knowing that Respawn's involved, knowing that it takes place after Revenge of the Sith, and everything we got just looked great. So I really have no huge negatives other than the gameplay that did concern me a little bit. It did look a little clunky, but time will tell if that's going to be an issue. So Jedi Fallen Order is definitely one of my most hyped games. It's looking that this could be the story-driven Star Wars game that a lot of us have been looking forward to for a long time. I am concerned because Lucasfilm is still involved, and Lucasfilm can go to hell. for the way they've been running Star Wars up to this point. Disney can go to hell for the way they've been running Star Wars up to this point. I don't know how involved they got with this, but based on the gameplay, based on the environments, based on the graphics, based on everything I saw, I'm excited. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.